In this segment, I'd like to give you an overview of some of the protocols you may experience here at the Lubecki Wellness Center. Some truly miraculous discoveries have been made, which if they were universally made use of, we could put an end to most of our health problems. There would be almost no cancer, no arthritis, no heart trouble, no MS, no fibromyalgia, no diabetes, virtually no degenerative diseases. In our Western culture, we have a different way of looking at disease and sickness compared to Eastern methods, especially Chinese medicine. In the West, we believe that each condition demands you find a particular pharmaceutical drug to alleviate it. However, that is not only difficult, it is shown to be impossible. Out of the many tens of thousands of diseases, can you name any drug that has cured a disease? The best we have is a temporary symptom reversal, and always accompanied by one or more side effects which sometimes demand their own drug. Western medicine has so far been a colossal failure. For instance, they've been trying to find a cure for cancer now for a long time, since the 1930s, and cancer is not getting better. In fact, it's worse than ever, approaching epidemic proportions. They have spent $100 billion on research to find a cure without any result at all. On the other hand, if you look at it from an Eastern point of view, you can detect what's causing cancer and what to do to stop it. Now, the Eastern view is this, that there is an energy flow throughout the body along so-called meridians. Chinese doctors and healers have known for centuries of the 12 meridians on each side of the body and the 2 in the middle. The entire acupuncture and acupressure modalities use these meridians to great effect. These meridians carry energy to the entire body, and the Chinese found that if there is no interference with the energy flow, you cannot be sick. It is impossible to be sick if there is no interference. Therefore, in the East, if you went to the doctor, he didn't specifically care about symptoms. He often didn't care what's wrong with you or where you had pain. He knew he only needed to correct the energy flow, because if the energy interference was removed, then the pain or symptom would disappear. Every health problem is looked upon from an Eastern point of view as a symptom of interference with the energy flow. So, remove the interference and the patient will immediately get well. Now, of course, the dilemma becomes, what is interfering with the energy flow? If you have a headache, the Eastern method suggests the energy flow has been blocked by typically 3 or 4 things: an infection, toxic overload, or a mineral deficiency of some kind. Therefore, the accomplished physician will check for each of these and correct the imbalance. When these factors which interfere with energy flow are removed, the headache will go away, very often immediately. If you catch a particular condition in time before it has become too advanced and too much damage has been done, you can reverse it sometimes literally within a few minutes. Now, the same applies to cancer. When you approach cancer from this point of view, you can find out that every single cancer patient always has something interfering with energy flow. And if you can remove these factors, the cancer immediately stops and the tumors will begin to recede. It has been recorded and observed that even many cancer patients in advanced stages, who may even be unconscious and literally dying, can recover miraculously when the interference with the energy flow is removed. If Eastern techniques were consistently and correctly applied, cancer deaths would all but cease to exist. The same applies to all other conditions. Imagine a world with no fibromyalgia, no MS, no migraines, no back trouble, no arthritis, no diabetes, basically no degenerative diseases. Now, what are the main things that interfere with the energy flow? Using some of the new testing techniques, primarily muscle testing, it has been found that the main things that interfere with the energy flow are chemicals, metals, pathogens, allergies, negative thinking, structural misalignments, mineral deficiencies, and even scars. If these can be corrected, you can alleviate virtually any degenerative health problem. So why have we not been using Eastern methods in the past to detect the cause of disease? The reason is that we could not easily duplicate what the Chinese were doing. Their method of discovering interference was learned after centuries and passed down through their culture. For Western minds, it seemed a little too mysterious. Those that tried often made mistakes. But recently, 2 things have changed. First of all, Homeopathic doctors in Europe began using electrodiagnosis, which allowed them to very quickly find out what was interfering with the energy flow. And they have begun having truly miraculous results. However, at first, even electrodiagnosis was difficult. It was easy to make mistakes and was very time-consuming. Recently, we have found a newer, simple method which has been called passive muscle testing to diagnose problems. Using this very simple technique, someone can find out what's interfering with a patient's energy flow literally in a few minutes. Secondly, we can correct it fairly quickly because of two other miraculous discoveries, the soft laser and the imprinter. Between the two of them, they can remove all toxins from the body. The homeopathic imprinter can instantly remove living toxins such as bacteria, virus, and fungus. The soft laser can instantly neutralize heavy metals such as mercury, nickel, cadmium, and so on. After neutralizing, the body will quickly eliminate the toxic metals through natural processes. But what do these two devices ultimately do? In essence, they are removing the causes of the energy flow blockage. When that happens, it seems to many almost miraculous how symptoms of disease disappear and energy and well-being return. We welcome you to the Lubecki Wellness Center and look forward to demonstrating this new Western technology based on ancient Eastern wisdom. We have several more short videos to explain and demonstrate the specifics of this new technology. Don't go away.